Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rise the Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Kara.
We have a bunch of fun topics to cover tonight, so let's just hop right in. So we released our first video on Thursday, and it was a time-lapse build of the Tatooine 4 Lego ship. It was a blast, and it was a really cool learning experience. We made an Instagram, Rise the Podcast on Instagram. Go ahead and check that out. That's where we're going to share behind-the-scenes footage of how things went down, and you can see all the crazy cool camera angles. I went ahead and uploaded them to Instagram. Have you seen some of those photos?
Yes, I've seen a few. I am in a few. I think you posted some pictures of the Tatooine 4. And we just recently posted one today about the upcoming build. So go ahead and feel free to check that out.
So the time-lapse to me is really cool because, so Chris is doing, running multiple cameras, running multiple cards and stuff like that. And sorry, Chris, but our first shoot ended up coming in at a whopping 616 gigs. Okay, so it kind of like dawned on me. It's like, how much is that when it comes to memory? So I did some math and I went on the computer and like memory goes all the way back. People started tinkering around with computers in the 50s. But I'm just going to start with 1957. So in 1957, the equivalent of 1 megabyte, which was 1,000 megabytes and a gigabyte, it was $411 million per megabyte is how much it would have cost in today's standard. And of course, back then, it wasn't even a kilobyte at that point. It was like a byte of information. Yeah. If we jump back up to just a couple years later in 1959, it goes to 67 million, so down to 67 million. So it's still a tremendous amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
In 77, it drops drastically at this point. I think computers are starting to become, they're still hard drive
Something of a thing, at least.
Right. Hard drive is like the size of a room per se, but it drops down to $36,800. And then if you jump to in 77, the year Star Wars was made. So we jump to 1997, it drops down to 4.63 megabytes. So did you mention size? Like maybe how much volume of space that would take up?
Yeah, no, I remember seeing pictures online of like what 1 gigabyte of memory would have been, I don't know, back like then. 30 years ago. Say it was pretty much the size of the room we're in right now. It was one computer, 1 gigabyte of memory. I was like, oh my gosh, you know?
So if I say 1.44 megabytes, does that mean anything to you? Chris, 1.44 megabytes? A floppy disk. Okay. You grew up with floppies, right?
Of course I did, yeah.
So, kids that's the save icon, So a floppy is 1.44 megabytes. So 1,000 megabytes in a gigabyte, roughly, what is that, 750,000 gigs, 750, I'm trying to think. Anyways, it's a lot. It's a lot. If we were have all those stacked up and everything like that, I could have maybe did the math before we came here. So in today's dollars, it's only about $150 worth of memory cards to do that shoot.
So basically what you're saying is if we brought all of this back to 1957, we'd probably be some of the richest people on Earth.
If we could buy that much data, we would have to be in the trillions. If not more than that. Somebody's going to correct me on my math. I just know it.
Somebody invent time travel. I want to go back and be a millionaire.
So, it's like, so when you think about all of that stuff and you combine it into our photo shoot that we did, we're really lucky that we've come as far as we've come because it's like, it's so cool.
Yeah. We're lucky we live when we do instead of back then.
Right. We're actually able to take cameras and go do fun stuff like this. The video turned out really fun. Chris, thank you. You did such an amazing job. Chris is behind the scenes, but he is, you'll hear him narrate every now and then. And
he's our laugh track.
We filmed in front of a live studio audience. So.
Can you singularize audience?
I just did. So that was kind of cool. All in all, I'm really excited. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It's on our channel. You can check the link is in the description. But we're going to keep doing those. I think that the feedback from those has been, we've gotten some pretty darn good feedback, and it's going to...
I know that when we had one person recommend we do the $800 Millennium Falcon build, which I have personally been wanting to do for probably around a year now. It's like, this might be the little push Jeremy needs to buy it.
So to that date, that's the most expensive Lego consumer set is $800. Absolutely. So it's like, that is a lot of money to spend
but
on
it's
one
beautiful.
Lego. It is beautiful. But we'll see. Kara has a way of twisting my arm and get me to do stuff. But
No twisting involved.
so we're also going to cover more stuff than just Star Wars. It'll be we're probably going to do I know somebody asked me to do a Harry Potter Lego build.
Stranger Things Lego just came out with the Stranger Things Upside Down build, which is 2,200 pieces, and we really want to do that.
A little bit bigger than the 10-4. Oh, funny thing too is, so you got to see some of the outtakes during the time lapse, but the funny thing is, we've got a whole bunch that didn't make it, so it was like, we sat here and it was like, is it Tantive? Is it Tantive? You know, we had all these different, like just funny things. It's like, I don't know how to say it. I mean, the collective, if you just look it up, is, it's a horse apiece. People say Tantive, some people say Tantive. So we stuck with Tantive. So all of you viewers, you are now Team Tantive. So hopefully,
Hashtag Team Tantive.
Cool. It's worth it. So definitely check it out. It was just interesting. We had to buy an extra tripod, and then even some of the shots lasted down to, Chris had picked a total of 4 or 5 extra camera angles, and then he's like, I'm going to do one more, and that last one ended up being my favorite. And then being a time lapse, you can let the camera sit for 20 minutes, but it compresses down to just a couple seconds worth of footage. And it was funny because that card ran out. We ran that camera out until the card was filled up.
And we still built, I think, another 10 minutes after that.
Something like that. So it was kind of really fun to just watch that process, evolve and go through it. And the next one went much smoother, but we can talk more about that on another podcast.
Yeah.
So, Kara, Minecraft has been out for 10 years.
That blows me away.
How long ago did you start playing?
I think I started playing when I met you. So probably
2013, 2014?
5, 6 years ago.
About halfway. So Minecraft had some good stuff going for it at that point, and it still had some stuff that isn't as fun as it is now. I mean, I think back to Minecraft. Chris and I used to play pretty much right after the release, and people were still trying to learn crafting recipes, and there wasn't the nearly robust system that you have today. So if you think how far it's come, I just love the new additions that they put in the game. All of the updates have been incredible recently. Last year was really fun. They did the aquatic update, which they added
that was
tridents.
Amazing! I loved it.
Yeah, and you could go fishing, and then there's sunken ships.
There's dolphins that you can interact
yeah.
with.
If you feed them a fish, they'll lead you to treasure.
Yeah.
So
it's awesome. I loved that one.
So seeing all the stuff that they did, they just came out with a new title update called, it's the 14th title update to Minecraft. Since Microsoft has taken it over, they've done some cool changes. And they've added your favorite, one of your favorite animals, the panda. They've gotten bamboo. They've got actually some fun tables now, so you can have a sawmill. You can have a fletching table.
A little fireplace.
Campfire.
Yeah.
And now when you cook you cook the meat and stuff, and you put it on the fire, it actually, you can cook. And it's Minecraft, when it started off, there was no point. It was a sandbox game that you had to, use your imagination. The fun was gathering materials and building. Combat was a part of it, but that wasn't the focus. Then they came out with updates, and they added the Ender Dragon, and then they added villages and villagers, and they gave you a beginning, a middle, and an end. And a lot of people still consume it just to build. They want to build, redstone, build, contraptions, and do all this fun stuff. But back then, Minecraft didn't really have a purpose. And so it was purely just for fun and to flex your creativity, which is why I absolutely loved it. So, do you know the #1 mobile game of all time?
Angry Birds.
No.
Okay, no.
Pokemon Go.
Really?
Over 1 billion people have downloaded Pokemon Go.
Oh my God.
It is the highest earning mobile game in history. It is also the most played mobile game in history. With the 10-year announcement of Minecraft, Kara.
Oh, Lord.
They have announced Minecraft Earth. It is an augmented reality Minecraft game where you take your phone, you pull it outside, and as you look through your phone, it recognizes surfaces and you can build out in the real world.
What?
Then, as you drive around and look through, you can see what other people have done.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I told Chris about it earlier, and there's an open beta going on right now. You can sign up for it, and if you get selected, you can try it early. I believe it releases sometime this summer. But I went ahead and I sent it to Chris, and Chris is like, "Oh, this is so cool. You got to tell Kara." And I was like, "We do have to tell Kara, but we're going to wait." So what do you think? Are you excited to try Minecraft Earth?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
So think about that. Chris said, people better not grief, because what if you go build a cool tower in your front yard, then somebody comes and breaks it down on you?
Oh my gosh. I'd find that person. I'd hunt them down.
But it'd be really cool. So think about all the landmarks, a couple that come to mind. I mean,
yeah.
you've got you got gravel down on Lake Superior. You've got the water.
Right.
You've got Olive Canal Park. You've got all these cool areas where, could you imagine playing out your phone? You remember what it was like to see a Pokemon and all these people going to gyms and Pokestops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going there and then seeing a build that somebody made or a build that people worked on? I mean, that just sounds unbelievable to me.
That's amazing.
I didn't know that something would top Pokemon Go. I predict right now that Minecraft Earth is going to be much bigger
for sure.
than Pokemon Go.
I feel like you do interact with people with Pokemon Go, but like with Minecraft Interactive, I mean, I feel you're going to interact with people more. Can you do like cooperative builds
You
and stuff
absolutely
like that?
can. That is right on their site, is that you can work collaboratively with people and work on builds together.
Cool.
And then like Chris came up with a really good idea too. He thought it'd be fun if you go around and you built something in a signature style, and you could almost do some sort of scavenger hunt. So you could go around and then you can go, I bet you that is Builder A. And then like you could try to find all Builder A's builds. And there's going to definitely be different levels of builds. Because I consider myself a normal builder. I build a square house. Or I build into the side of the mountain when I play Minecraft. But there are people who can, see and convert a real life building into a Minecraft building and make it look so cool.
Well, I made the tower from Tangled.
Yes, that was awesome. It looked so good.
It was so much fun.
It was, and climbing it and building it.
A lot of sheep gave their wool for that purple wool.
Are you a shearer or do you kill the sheep?
I'm a shearer. Poor sheep.
You don't. It's just a video game character.
I don't care.
So Kara is defending the innocent sheep in the world of Minecraft. So if you kill a pig or a virtual pig in Minecraft Earth, Kara will also find you and come after you.
So I don't play video games where I have to kill animals.
Or anything, more or less.
Oh
well,
my God.
okay, yeah.
People and monsters,
yeah,
whatever.
No, Destiny's a different
Animal,
story. Yeah.
Like, I'm not vegan. I love a good steak, but I can't kill virtual animals. Or real animals, for that matter.
What do you eat in Minecraft, then?
Whatever Jeremy gives me.
You don't want to see how the sausage is made, but you'll eat it.
Exactly.
So, well, I'll throw you some fresh fish tonight. Kara,
Okay.
I won't fish. You'll fish in
Okay,
Minecraft.
I'll fish.
Okay.
Fishing, whatever.
Chris,
fishing.
if we ever catch Kara using like beef, lamb, or whatever, or ham in Minecraft, we need to give her a hard time. So it came from somewhere.
Can you fry eggs
No.
in Minecraft?
No,
Okay,
you can
so
make
that
a cake.
Here's the thing: they should be able to fry eggs because there's eggs in Minecraft. Why can't we just crack one open onto the fry pan and fry up an egg?
Well, maybe that'll come in the Title 15 update.
I feel like that should have been in the Title 1 update.
Baking with Kara in Minecraft. So you can
just
make a cake.
Give me cake, give me cookies, give me bread,
Yeah,
and
they have
fish.
cookies, and
I
they have.
know they do.
Those are what you eat.
That's what I'll eat. Yeah,
That's what you're gonna eat. So
know.
that's your small limited menu.
And
Well,
I'll take
over
my
here.
cookies and I'll go and get a bunch of pet parrots.
Where do you get your leather from?
I don't.
Well, how do you make a book?
I don't.
Again. Oh, you steal them from other villagers. Is that okay?
Yes, I will steal them from villagers.
You go take their stuff. So it's
Chris is just over there laughing.
Minecraft has been just such a big part of my childhood. It's the one game that you can put down and come back to at any given point. Some games, you learn, you go through the tutorial, it's an hour long, and then you play it. And if I walk away from those games, I can't come back. Because if I come back, I do not remember how to play them.
That happened this morning, actually. He went to play Cuphead, played for 5 minutes.
I was like,
I'm done. I can't do this.
Nope. Couldn't do it. So it's like Minecraft, you can walk away from, you can come back. It seems like, it'll become popular. I'll hop on and play and enjoy the new content, and it falls off because life gets busy. But it's one game I can pick up any given time.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to start over. It's always.
Well, it is. And sometimes it's even fun to let a few of the updates go through. So when you get back, it's like, boom, a whole new game.
Exactly. So I'm excited to play the Title 14 update, but I really cannot wait for Minecraft Earth to come out.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. We should do a thing where we do Star Wars builds all over Duluth.
Oh, using Minecraft Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, so build a TIE fighter out of.
Right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right, and have maybe Anger Tower, say, be, I don't know, the Empire's, base.
That is absolutely going to happen.
Right? How cool would that be? So if you're in the Duluth area, once it comes out, be looking for Star Wars builds.
That'll be us. That'll be Rise of the Podcast. So yeah, so Minecraft was one thing I wanted to talk about. I can't believe it's already been 10 years.
That's
since
ridiculous.
It's come out. So, all right, and then let's see what else here. Oh, I'm going to tell a really quick story. So the Star Wars Celebration, we went to it this year. It was awesome. It was amazing. Boom. Okay, Chewy.com. They sell dog toys, dog stuff like that. They're not a sponsor or anything like that, but they had a booth there. As we were walking by their booth, we ran into a awesome looking Boba Fett.
We can post a picture somewhere.
Kara got a picture with him.
I did.
So Boba Fett was walking by, and there was a big, they had a bin, like a bin with just a bunch of Chewbacca's in there. And this Boba Fett, he had a microphone. He starts cracking this joke. He's like, "Oh, look at that pile of dead Wookiees." He goes, "That's what I like to see. Who got that bounty?" Something funny along those lines. All the people at the booth were just laughing. We're all having a good time. It was Thursday, so there wasn't that many people there yet.
Nah, if you want a low key day celebration, Thursday's your day.
Go to Thursday. So he had his blaster in his hands. He had his whole costume on. Didn't have much mobility, and he saw a shirt with himself on it. So he was like, "Oh, that Boba Fett shirt." He goes, "How much are one of those?" So the girl told him it was $20, and he's like, "I have to have that." So then he tries to reach down. So on his thigh, he has like a flip pocket, and he couldn't get his money because his gloves were too thick to fit into his pocket. So he looks around and he goes, "Can anybody please take $20 from me?" And everybody just started laughing because it's like, all right, who's going to lift $20 off Boba Fett?
Well, who's going to reach into his pocket?
Yeah, well, it's a bounty hunter. Like the irony of the situation is really funny. Normally he takes money from everybody else,
True.
Sometimes by like force probably, but then of course, no, we got to lift $20 off Boba Fett. So at first, no one jumped on the chance. People were laughing, but no one jumped on it. So finally, one of the girls from the booth is like, all right, I need some witnesses. I'm not going to touch Boba Fett here. I'm only taking his money. So she like walks around the counter. She reaches in and she pulls out like a wad. It was maybe $100. So those are 520s or whatever. She peels one off and she like shows him in front of his mask and like, "Here you go, Mr. Boba Fett. I'm only taking 20. And he's like, "Oh, no, thank you." And so she put it back in and they hand it to him and he opens it up and he goes, "Excuse me, is this for a dog?" and the ladies are like, "Well, yeah, we thought it'd be for your dog." And he goes,
dog store.
He's like, "I don't have a dog. This is completely worthless to me. This is absolutely worth nothing. Like, I can't wear this." He goes, "Can I return it?" So the girl is like, "Okay." So she has to take the 20 back out and she goes back and puts it back in his pocket. And so while we were standing there, it was like a really funny story that I won't forget because it was like just the perfect storm of events. Boba Fett needs someone to like take money off of him so he can buy something and it ends up being the wrong thing. So I just thought that was really funny and I had to share and it was a really good memory. And then afterwards, Kara got a picture with him. So
yeah. Well, somebody needs to tell him too that I have seen that shirt for sale elsewhere.
We did now.
For humans.
Yes.
So I will probably be purchasing my own.
1-800 Star Wars operator, please connect me to Boba Fett. Please connect me to Boba Fett so we can let him know. So that was pretty cool. I just thought that was a really neat story to tell. Let's see. So anything else that you have to talk about? Fortunately, Grumpy Cat passed away, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
She and the owner announced it on Twitter.
7 years old.
That he was 7 years old.
She was 7 years old.
That was actually my first interaction with Reddit. Was almost basically Grumpy Cat. I was over on a military deployment overseas and was using Reddit, and I saw that Grumpy Cat was on there, and it like took the internet by storm. So that's how I got hooked on Reddit, where I get a lot of my viral information from. But like reminiscing, it's like, it's kind of a bummer that happened, but.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for telling you couldn't wear your Grumpy Cat shirt.
I had a Grumpy Cat shirt, and Kara wouldn't let me wear it out. I had a Grumpy Cat shirt. I had a Honey Badger shirt.
Okay, hold on now. The Grumpy Cat shirt is in a Goodwill pile right now. I don't think you've gotten rid of it yet.
I haven't, but Grumpy Cat's gone.
Okay.
Grumpy Cat is gone. But Honey Badger is still around. But it's like I've graduated to a much better sense of style.
Yes.
And traded in all my stuff for that. So we've had a pretty good week. The videos and stuff are going well. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to keep shooting in the future. We've got some fun new production equipment that we're going to look forward to using. Chris got a gimbal, which is going to be pretty fun. I'm excited to actually play around with that. Mm-hmm. Our studio is pretty much all done. We're going to be moving into a new room for the podcast in just a matter of weeks. I'm looking forward to having guests on there. Mm-hmm. We're going to at least try to have one guest a week, which will be pretty fun.
I think right now we have like 3 lined up.
Yes, we have 3 people very excited to come on. So that'll be fun to just have that extra interaction and talk about different things. As I know your brother,
yes,
he wants to come on.
He's actually working on an opening theme song for us. He showed us a work in progress today, and it's amazing.
I am so excited to actually have that, released so we can let everybody hear it and get the feedback from it. So, and then a cosplay. What are you working on for your cosplay stuff?
So working on Siri. I think tonight when I get home, I'm going to start working on getting the corset pattern done.
Put together, and then I'm going to 3D print Kara some things to help do
belt
some
pieces.
leather printing and then make the belt. So that's a pretty cool thing.
And the sword handle.
We already got the Siri emblem open or printed.
In School of the Cat.
School of the Cat. So that's pretty cool. And so you can check out Rise of Podcast, the blog. Kara wrote a blog about what that was like.
I'll be updating that pretty quick here.
Cons. There was a con this weekend in the cities that would have been fun to be able to go to, but we'll have to keep a tab on what cons are coming up so we can start.
I know there's been a few others. I know some people have been posting about MegaCon. I think that was down in Orlando.
Oh, yes. Yep. And that was a lot of cosplayers and stuff like that there. It'd be cool to get you out in public and do stuff
Oh, for
like
sure.
that.
And I guess at MegaCon they had a legitimate life-size Millennium Falcon cockpit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you had to pay to go into it, but some people posted pictures and it was actually pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm excited to see that too. I know last week we talked about Galaxy's Edge, and if I can't see it at MegaCon, I'd love to see it at Galaxy's Edge. That's
for
going to
sure.
be really fun to go see. And then anything else you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so.
So we're glad you guys tuned in. We're super excited. Kara's going to go home and work on her cosplay, and I'm going to go home and play some Minecraft. Super excited to try that out.
I'll be playing Minecraft too. Thank you very much.
So, well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching.
May the force be with you.